I'm really excited to be sharing my beautiful 1-hour braided scarf pattern with you today, as well as this video tutorial, and I think you're gonna love it just as much as I do. It is super quick to make, would make an excellent Christmas present, and it's really trendy right now. Big and bold is really making a statement, so this is the perfect project for that. Now, for your materials, you are going to need some jumbo-sized yarn. As you can see, this is not your average super bulky. This is about double or triple your super bulky. So if you're going to use a normal super bulky, make sure you double it up. I recommend using Red Heart Boutique Irresistible. Here's the packaging so you can see what to look for. It is a jumbo sized yarn, as you can see by the 7, and it works up quite beautifully. So let's get started. Part of what's so fun about this project and pattern is that for the crochet version, you are actually going to be using your finger like a crochet hook. After all, this is jumbo yarn and not everybody has a jumbo sized hook on hand. So this is a quick and easy pattern and you actually use your finger to do all of the hard work with. We're going to start off this pattern by going ahead and creating our slip knot, just like we do at the beginning of any crochet pattern. And you're going to go ahead and place that slip knot onto your finger, since your finger is your crochet hook. Just make sure you leave it nice and loose so that when you bend your finger like a crochet hook, you can actually fit your finger through that bend. To get started with this pattern, you're going to go ahead and chain 6. Just use your finger like you would a regular crochet hook. And then when you get across and you have 6 chains, you're going to go ahead and single crochet into the second chain from your finger. So I'm skipping this one here and I'm working into this one. I'm going to do a single crochet. Once again, just using my finger as if it were a hook. Then I'm going to go ahead and chain 3. Skip the next 3 chains you have here. So skip 3 chains and go ahead and do a single crochet into that last chain. At this point, we're going to go ahead and do a chain 1, turn our work, and then we're going to go ahead and do another single crochet into the first stitch. So this is our first stitch here. And then we are going to do 7 single crochet into the chain space. So just go ahead and do those single crochet directly into that chain space. Do 7 of them. It might be a little bit tight, but you can squeeze them in there. Next, you're going to go ahead and do a chain 1 as your turning chain, and then turn your work. Then you're going to go ahead and single crochet into the outermost stitch here. And then you're going to do 7 single crochet into this chain space. When you've made it across your row and you've placed all 7 single crochet in the chain space, your project will be looking something like this. And you're ready to go ahead and do a single crochet into this outermost stitch. So at this point, go ahead and turn your work without doing that last turning chain. And we are ready for the next step. So skip the first stitch and go ahead and pull up a chain through the second stitch, and then again through the third stitch. So you've now got 3 loops on your finger. At this point, we're going to start using the crochet I-cord method. We're going to turn these 3 loops into an I-cord, and I will show you how to do that. In order to make an I-cord, we are actually going to be repeating the same steps over and over. So once you have your 3 loops on your finger, you're ready to get started. Go ahead and grab those first 2 loops off of your finger and hold on to them so you don't lose them. Then grab your working yarn and go ahead and chain through the first loop on your finger. Then grab the second loop, go ahead and chain through that second loop as well, and grab the third loop and chain through there as well. So you now have 3 loops on your finger again, and you're ready to start the process over. So I'll show that to you one more time. Go ahead and remove those first 2 loops from your finger. Pull a chain up through the first loop. Put the second loop back on your finger. Pull a chain up through the second loop, and put the third loop back on your finger, and pull a chain up through the third loop. Go ahead and just keep repeating that process until your I-cord measures either 20 inches long for a cowl style scarf or approximately 46 inches long for the braided scarf style scarf. So when you get to that point and you have 3 loops on your finger and you are at the correct measurement, then go ahead and take the very last loop on your finger and just pull it through those first 2 loops to go ahead and secure your end. Then you can go ahead and cut this end and pull the end through this loop. Be sure to leave an end that is long enough that you have a pretty decent end here. So pull that tight, and you want this to be at least 7 or 8 inches long. After you complete your I-cord, you're going to go ahead and come back down here to the section where you had done the single crochet into the chain space at the beginning of your project. And you're going to find the center 3 single crochet. You used the first 3 single crochet on this I-cord over here, and now you're going to find the center 3 single crochet, and you're going to go ahead and start another I-cord. So grab a piece of yarn, go ahead and insert through that first single crochet and pull up a chain. There you go. So you've got 1 ready to go, and then insert through the second single crochet, pull up a chain, and then insert through the third single crochet and pull up a chain. Then you're ready to go ahead and make another I-cord there in the second position using the same method and going to the same length as the first one. When you've completed the second I-cord, go ahead and come back to the beginning again here into the chain space area and go ahead and pull up 3 loops on the last 3 stitches for your last I-cord. Then you're just going to go ahead and repeat that process again, making sure to make your I-cord the same length as the other 2 I-cords. When you complete all 3 I-cords, your project will look something like this, and you can go ahead and start braiding these I-cords together. When you make it to the end of your braid, this is my braid here and these are my ends, go ahead and grab these 3 yarn ends that you left when you were making the I-cord. And you're going to go ahead and make a knot with all 3 of them so that it pulls together at the very base of the braid and keeps your braid from untwisting. You want to make sure you pull this knot up as far as possible, close to the braid. There's my other end. All right, just kind of cinch it up there at the base of the braid. And then you can trim those evenly, or you can even tuck them into the back of your braid, and you're good to go. Now all you need to do is go ahead and weave in these loose yarn ends you have around. You can either use your finger to do that, or you can even use a crochet hook, a thick crochet hook. And then you are good to wear, gift, and enjoy.